After over 10 years of exploring other careers, I have decided to give sewing one last try. It has always been a passion of mine, as well as my greatest fear. Trying to keep the doubts at bay, I'm starting my first project with an outfit I've dabbled with before, a bustier. I've made a couple of changes to an existing pattern I created, increased the length, and reshaped the front hem. Now, I'm going to create a pleated trim by using the same satin fabric as the outer layer of the bustier. This will be sewn right along the neckline. Inch by inch, I form the trim by pleating and pinning the fabric strip. Then, I iron it to hold its shape before I can take it to my machine and sew it down. After this, it's time to attach the trim to the shell fabric, which is the outermost layer of the garment. I'm going to start assembling the pieces together by first pasting the shell layer to the muslin layer. This is not as easy as it should be. For some reason, the satin is smaller than the muslin layer. It might have shrunk when I was ironing it. And here you can watch me struggling to try to make it fit. I somehow forgot to get footage of adding the black interfacing at the bottom. I did this to give the bustier some necessary structure. I am now pinning and hand sewing the lining in place. It's something I find extremely soothing and enjoy the long hours it takes me to do so. The main part of the bustier is almost complete. I'm now choosing the right eyelets to match the red satin and then attaching them using a grommet press I got off Etsy. And now to create the best part of this bustier, a big huge bow at the back. Here I'm measuring the length and the width and trying to figure out the math. Definitely not my strong suit. Sewing the bow is pretty straightforward. Just sew a rectangle, iron it out, pleat it, and then attach another tubular rectangle around it. To attach the bow, I sewed small loops on the back of the bustier and covered them with buttonhole stitches. This creates tiny loops where the hooks I sewed onto the bow can get attached. I wanted to make the bow detachable from the bustier so that there was an option to wear it without the bow. And it's complete. It wasn't easy and it's nowhere close to perfect, but I am quite pleased with this first project of mine. Thank you so much for spending this time with me.